Two of the most popular futures prop firms in the world right now are Take Profit Trader and Apex Trader Funding. Between them, they process millions of dollars in evaluations, funded thousands of traders, and built some of the biggest brand recognition in the industry. They've also generated two of the most consistent complaint patterns I've tracked in the future space. I want to be clear about what this video is and isn't. It isn't a takedown. Both of these firms have real traders who have been funded and paid. The issues I'm covering today are documented, specific, and structural, meaning they're not random bad luck. They're the kinds of problems that come from how these firms are built and how they enforce their rules. If you're currently trading with either of these firms or are thinking about it, this is information you need. Let's go firm by firm. Take Profit Trader, TPT, is a futures-only firm based in Orlando, Florida. They built a solid following on the back of genuinely simple evaluation rules, daily payouts, and a Trustpilot rating that sits around 4.4 across nearly 9,000 reviews. For a large portion of their traders, it works exactly as advertised. But there are three structural problems that have generated a growing cluster of serious complaints, and two of them are directly tied to how and when you get paid. TPT problem number one, the pro-phase drawdown trap. Here's the one that surprises the most traders, because it's buried in the structure of how the account phases work, and most people don't find it until they're already funded. Take Profit Trader runs 3 account phases, Test, Pro, and Pro Plus. The drawdown rules are different in each one, critically different. The Pro phase, the phase where you're actually funded and earning real payouts, uses an intraday trailing drawdown. That means your drawdown floor moves in real time as your unrealized equity grows. If your position spikes up during the day and then reverses, your floor has already moved, even if you never locked in that gain. This is the single biggest reason traders blow TPT-funded accounts, documented consistently across Trustpilot reviews and Reddit threads. And it's not a secret. It's in their rules. But traders who pass the test phase on an EOD trailing drawdown assume the funded phase works the same way. It doesn't. TPT problem number 2, zero-tolerance location enforcement. This one has generated some of the most emotionally charged complaints I've seen in the TPT review record. And it's not because the rule is unreasonable. It's because of how it's enforced. Take Profit Trader prohibits trading from restricted countries. That's standard. What's not standard is the enforcement. A single login from a restricted jurisdiction, even accidentally, even from a hotel on vacation, even from a shared network, triggers immediate, permanent account restriction. No warning, no appeal, no review. The rule itself is understandable. TPT operates under CME compliance requirements, and location restrictions are tied to those. What's not defensible is zero tolerance with zero review. A single accidental login on a long-standing profitable account, resulting in a permanent ban and forfeiture of profits, with no human review process, is a policy failure, not a compliance success. And this isn't isolated. The pattern across TPT's negative reviews shows location-triggered bans as one of the top recurring complaints, specifically among traders who weren't attempting to circumvent anything. TPT problem number 3, platform error, zero recourse. April 9, 2026. Market open, a period already known for elevated latency and order processing delays. Multiple traders experienced a specific failure. An order placed did not fill correctly, resulting in one account going long while another went short on the same instrument. Under TPT's rules, this pattern, holding opposite positions across accounts, is a Rule 6 violation, counterposition, automatic consequence, all affected accounts liquidated, all profits in those accounts forfeited, potential permanent ban. TPT's compliance system is automated. It detects patterns, not intent. It cannot distinguish between a trader deliberately hedging to manipulate the evaluation and a trader whose order filled incorrectly due to a platform latency issue. Both look the same to an algorithm. The BBB complaint filed by one of the affected traders in April 2026 is documented. The firm's response acknowledged a restriction, confirmed withdrawal window and refund of applicable fees, but did not reverse the account liquidation or restore profits. Their stated position: the restriction was part of a compliance process unrelated to trading performance. Let me translate that. They're saying, you didn't do anything wrong as a trader, but we're keeping your profits anyway because our automated system flagged a pattern. That's not a compliance success. That's a structural problem with a zero-tolerance automated system that has no human review layer when the triggering event is a platform error, not trader misconduct. Apex Trader Funding is the largest futures prop firm in the world by volume. Over 6 million monthly website visitors. Nearly 20,000 Trustpilot reviews. founded by Daryl Martin in Austin, Texas. If you spent any time in the futures prop firm space, you know the name. You also probably know the reputation. 4.3 out of 5 on Trustpilot. Sounds solid. But with 19,000 plus reviews, that rating contains over 1,600 one-star reviews. Nearly 1 in 10 Apex traders who left a review had a genuinely bad experience. And when you read those reviews, the same complaint comes up over and over and over. Apex problem number 1, years of payout denial as standard practice. Think about that for a moment. A company's primary selling point for their new product is, "We won't steal your money this time," and traders were relieved to hear it. That's not a marketing message. That's an admission. The legacy Apex payout denial pattern is well documented. The manual review process generated subjective denials using language like erratic trading behavior and windfall pattern, terms with no standard definition that Apex support would not consistently explain. One trader with over $25,000 in profit had their account placed under maintenance for 5 days, blocking all payout requests. That trader filed complaints with the Michigan and Texas Attorneys General. Another trader received payout approval, confirmed in writing, and then waited 15 business days without receiving funds. These aren't edge cases. They're a pattern documented across hundreds of reviews over multiple years. Apex problem number 2, rule changes without notice. Apex has changed its rules significantly multiple times since 2021. Some changes were improvements. Some were not. What's consistent across all of them is the absence of advance notice. The daily loss limit removal in January 2025 is worth dwelling on. The DLL was a daily circuit breaker, a hard stop that prevented a single bad session from wiping the account entirely. When it was removed, the intraday trailing drawdown became the only protection. For traders managing their risk around the assumption that the DLL existed, traders who built their daily position sizing around it, this was a material change to their risk parameters. They found out about it after the fact. Apex problem number 3, the June 2025 outage response. June 12, 2025, a connection issue hit the major futures prop firm platforms. Entire accounts wiped, not from bad trades, from a connectivity failure. This wasn't an Apex-specific problem. It affected multiple firms simultaneously. What was Apex-specific was a response. My funded futures reversed the losses for every trader whose account was affected. Several other firms did the same. Apex didn't. And rather than acknowledging the platform failure, Apex attributed the account losses to the traders themselves. This is the same pattern Apex followed during the major 2024 connection issues, documented in the same period. The issue isn't that connection problems happened. Connection problems happen at every firm. The issue is the response. When a platform failure costs traders money, the question of character is, what does a firm do next? The broader picture. Here's what both of these firms have in common, and why it matters beyond just these two names. Both TPT and Apex operate automated compliance systems. That automation is efficient. It's also unforgiving, and it contains no human review layer for situations where the triggering event is ambiguous, contested, or the result of a platform error rather than trader misconduct. The takeaway isn't avoid these firms entirely. It's know exactly what you're signing up for before you fund an account. For TPT specifically, understand that the pro-phase intraday trailing drawdown is a completely different risk environment than the test phase. If you trade during market open when latency is elevated, understand that platform errors can trigger automated violations with no human review. And if you travel internationally, treat account access like it doesn't exist until you're home. For Apex specifically, the 4.0 relaunch with automated payouts is a genuine structural improvement, but the track record that preceded it is real, documented, and took years to build. New infrastructure takes time to prove itself. If you use Apex, document everything, request payouts consistently, and don't assume the improved version has been fully validated until there's a body of post 4.0 payout data to confirm it. There are futures prop firms that answer all 4 of those questions clearly and without hesitation. They exist. The ones that hedge, redirect, or don't respond to those questions directly. That's your answer If this was useful, subscribe. Links to all sources referenced are in the description below. And if you want the full comparison of which futures firms hold up best across these criteria, I've covered that in a separate video. Link is below.